Hey guys, this is Simon from Fateless. Happy New Year. 2025 is here and it's going to be absolutely insane for Fateless. So really in this video, I just want to talk you through what does the next few months look like for us as a team? What are we working on right now? I'm going to show you some very cool leaks around stuff that people have been working on over the last few weeks. I'm going to show you a couple of little snippets of things that we need to lock down over the next month, and then kind of talk you through what does the beta look like and when are we expecting that as well. So loads to unpack. Yeah, make sure that you do sign up to the beta. Sign up if you haven't already. I've already got like over 27,000 people signed up to that. We do have a Discord you can come and join as well. We'd love for you to get involved in that. The conversation, honestly, is just awesome in there. It's a very chill vibe, and that's what we're looking for. And yeah, make sure you sub to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. Let's go. All right, let's dive into a couple of juicy things. So we are going to be finishing our cinematic, the opening sequence to the game, which is about a minute long, giving you some of the lovely story, the narrative that we're trying to say or trying to tell. We're going to be doing that by the end of January. So right now, where's it at? The music is recorded. The sound production is being finished. All of the animation is done. And we're basically doing a lot of the tidy up of visuals. Okay, so the quality is high. This is probably the thing that I am most excited about, very proud of. It's extremely sweet. I've been working with Narwhal Studios, who produce things like The Mandalorian. Some of the guys working on it literally did like Avengers at Endgame, animating like Thanos and a bunch of the shots from that. Really cool dudes, right? Really cool. Brilliant meetings with these guys. And so far, like, the work has been phenomenal. So really excited for you guys to see that in full. We've also got our cutscenes for in-game campaign storytelling being done, right? So basically, we're going to have them themed on, you know, the story of the game, obviously, and you know, some kind of like narrative going alongside that. I'm not going to play the sound here. I'm just going to give you a sense of how they feel, okay? And this is one here for Eka, but basically we have still images that are then animated with a little bit of parallax animation. There's going to be, I think we've got about 12 of these planned. Anyway, some cool stories that are going to be told through the cutscenes. Again, I don't want to give too much of that away because that's going to be fun when you get into the actual game. Let's just talk about beta a little bit because it is important. The beta is going to be coming probably at the end of Q1 this year. That's what we're planning for. That's what we're ramping up for. What does it look like? We're going to have 100 playable heroes for the beta. We're going to have a number of the dungeons available, but not all of them. So you're going to be able to do anything which relates to leveling up and making your heroes viable in game. So things like ascending them, leveling them, having gear for them, weapons for them. So there's a whole bunch of stuff which will be available. Obviously, we're not going to be releasing the full game here. It's a beta. So there won't be stuff like PvP yet. There won't be a clan boss yet. There won't be the roguelike yet. So a whole bunch of the kind of, I guess, the more detailed features will not be in the beta. But 100 heroes, I think we're going to have 8 playable dungeons, the first kind of part of the campaign and storytelling. And really, it's an opportunity for us to get feedback from you guys around, does it feel great to play the game? Is there anything that doesn't feel good? You know, are we seeing people stop playing at a certain point consistently? Do we need to change something there? That's the type of stuff that we're using the beta for. A lot of people have asked, you know, will there be spending? Will the accounts carry over to like a live launch? And this is what we're thinking. So I love your feedback in the comments down below. We're thinking that firstly, there'll be a full reset after this particular beta. There might be that we do a test closer to launch that just flows straight into the game launch and you get to keep all your stuff, but there will definitely be a reset. If we allow spending, we're thinking that we reward anyone who spends with additional currency when we launch. So let's say you spend, I don't know, 20 bucks, then maybe you'll get like 25 bucks worth of in-game stuff when we launch. That's what we're thinking at the moment, because we do want to kind of allow people that experience of, you know, shard pulling, all that type of stuff. We do want to see what feels good. We do want to reward people for being beta testers as well. So if you're a beta tester, you'll get some shinies anyway when we go to launch, whether you're a spender or not. You know, so there's a few things, but ultimately we want to encourage people that are in that mix to play consistently and to enjoy the game experience. So yeah, let us know what you think to that. Does it feel good? Or do you have some ideas around, you know, how you would run a beta test? So yeah, love to know your thoughts. Okay, so we're also doing a lot of work on animation. We're also doing a lot of work basically on everything, by the way. But yeah, animation, sound, VFX, like all of these things are going on right now, particularly focused on those first 100 heroes for beta. So things like Idol Breakers here. This is, I'm sure you know, King Arthur. We're doing the whole sword in the stone. Can we get it? Can we get it? Come on. There we go. So an Idol Breaker, that'll be like in a roster screen. Same type of vibe here for Shamash. So we're reusing some of the assets, but in a slightly different way. Shamash, just giving it the big one. Honestly, things like the robes, the way they flow, it's really important to us that that's not like clipping around and stuff. So we've actually got the animators working really hard to make those really clean. I think I showed this one already, but really like improving some of the Idol Breakers for, you know, some of our bigger heroes in the game. And of course, champion design carries on. We are locking down those 100 heroes so that you've got them looking sweet, looking cool for launch. So we're focused on the 100 heroes 2D into 3D with weapons in terms of design. We're also focused on the bosses, which will form part of that experience for the beta as well. So we've got Guan Yu here, known for his massive beard, amongst other things. Very cool armor. Yeah, going to be a rare in the game, but a very special rare. And basically, we went through a lot of the kind of like concept work. We had the animators and the riggers basically telling us what we could do with a beard. How much of the beard could we play with? We then got a bunch of inspirations around, you know, who's using beards well. Very cool, kind of like back and forth. Looked at sort of mood boards around what do we want to see from this hero as he comes in. And then obviously we start to do some of the mock-ups. So this was Kelly, who is one of our 2D conceptors. We were looking at, you know, do we want to go with that kind of like red vibe or the more pale, I guess just like normal skin tone? Here's one of my comments here, actually. I do think when we have a chance to defer from like ordinary, i.e. go with red skin, we should push it. So for me, I really like the idea of diversity. We then had some cool feedback from Dane and some cool draw over stuff just to make sure that we're hitting, you know, the aesthetic that we should be hitting for this type of hero. And let's just get towards the final version here. So again, lots of detail going in. This is a rare from the Jade Empire. Lots of detail going in to design, into visual, etc. So that was Guan Yu done in 2D. Since then, he's actually been produced by Walter, who is one of our rock stars, in 3D. And again, level of detail, quality of visual, super important to us, right? It's just one at the top of the list for me in terms of what we want to achieve. So Guan Yu looking super sweet. And then I'll show you his weapon finished as well. So yeah, got that kind of like halberd, I think it's called. Again, a lot of detail on the weaponry, just so that when you get these shiny toys in game, you're gonna like really, really appreciate them. And then we've got Tom in our animating team has started to do some work on Guan Yu animation. So I showed this one over Christmas, but if you didn't see it, this is Guan Yu heavy, a basic slash. Again, it's a rare, so we're not going like too nuts on animations. And then this is a Guan Yu Idol Breaker. A little bit work in practice, but notice the beard, right? The Idol Breaker, for him, the beard is a big deal. So we want to make sure that it flows nice and feels good. But yeah, it gives you an idea of the type of stuff we're doing. So really, we're locked in on first user experience in-game. So we're doing things like the onboarding, your starter heroes, that type of stuff. We're focused on the beta. We're actually going to be attending Pocket Gamer London at the end of January in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be speaking at that event as well as a panelist. So alongside Phixion or Dan. So if you guys happen to be in the industry and are in London and could come to it, great. You should come and join that. I'll put that type of stuff in my LinkedIn anyway. But no doubt we'll get some snippets from when we're at Pocket Gamer, and we'll be meeting a bunch of industry cool people there as well. Other than that, really, you know, the team are hard at work. We're still finishing off an investment round right now as a leadership team, which does suck up quite a lot of time, but we're actually through to like final stages with awesome people in the industry. Like, I can't even say who they are right now until they go over the line, but wow, we have met some insane, like, heavy hitters from the industry, which is super cool, super fun. It's like dream come true stuff for me. So yeah, GODFORGE, full steam ahead. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.